So we're in Advanced Steel and we're just taking a look at GRAITEC stairs and railings, and in particular the railing and the ending type. To put an ending on the type of the handrail, you need to come into the handrail elements. You need to select ending type. We're going to remain in the top rail branch of the tree structure here, and we're just going to take a look at the bent end type. So when we activate that drop down, we will see an element appear in here. It comes in on the start point of the rail. So this is where the start of the rail was created, and you can see it's put the bend in and dropped down an element. There are no parameters in here to change the properties of that. You need to swap tabs to the ending tab below. And now we can see the property dialog available. So again, we remain in the top level of the tree structure, the top branch level. We're not going to go into the start and the end just yet. And we do have an option here in the drop down as we come over here for alignment, vertical and perpendicular. We're going to come back to that in a minute. We're just going to leave it on vertical for now. So the first thing we'll notice is obviously the length, and we can see the little sketch here on the right. So in here, we're just going to enter 100 millimeters. And we're going to see this vertical drop down move over towards the left 100 millimeters, and 100 millimeters is based upon the system line of the profile body, which is placed at the center of that body. Now we can see that in place. We've obviously got that over there. The next bit is actually the height. So this is the height of the rail from the intersection of what would be the system line. So again, we're just going to toggle that down to 100 millimeters, and we can see this now shorten back up to this position here. Now obviously the next bit in the drop down is the corner end type. It's currently set to bent. You could put it to mitre. Some people might want to cut this and weld it together on the end. So I'll now remove the bent end and put a mitre cut in there. That actually grays out the radius in here as well if you look slightly lower down in the dialog. So I'm just going to put it back to bent so that I can get my radial element in there that I need. So with that in place, obviously we've got the usual drop down here of custom or 1.5 diameter. You can come in and change the radius should you so wish to suit your bending requirements. And obviously the rest of it's pretty obvious here. The weld dialog, that's obviously controlling the little weld elements in each bit here that actually form it together and weld it into one piece. And I just want to pop back up here because we didn't really cover this at the start, but now we've got it away from the end of the rail. You can actually change this to be perpendicular and make this return square to the slope of the rail, if you so wish. So obviously now we form that at this end, and obviously we have been focused on one end at the moment. It has done the same at the other end of the rail if I pan up to there as well. And just while I'm there, I'm just going to come in, and another option is you can actually merge all this into one rail. So if you click the checkbox in here, you'll see the welds disappear and the railing will become one element. And by one element, that is the entire length of the rail. You can split the rail using another part of the macro, which will be covered in a separate dialog. But hopefully from that, you can see that you can actually just create a very simple bent end return for a hand railing element. Thank you.